Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ripon Email Monday. Today, I want to take a deep dive into product release emails. I know there are plenty of them, plenty of products you probably opted into, and you always get different product updates. I wanted to take this case study from Intercom, a great company, which is a product-focused company, also a great product who is currently a unicorn based on last valuation. I wanted to share with you and dissect this email release they just sent me, starting from the subject line to the content to the structure and a few other techniques that they've used. So let's dive right into it. The first thing I start with is the subject line. Now, there's always this new bracket, new feature, and personalization, and November Roundup is here. They do send monthly emails, so that's always pretty cool. And that's probably one of those emails. Second thing is they sent it from a person. So they personalized the experience. They didn't send it from sales at, marketing at, releases at. They literally took the time to use a person who is sending and communicating with us those new updates. So that's pretty cool. Starting with the header, very thin header. I'm a big fan of like smaller headers, particularly not to take so much real estate on the scroll. And back into the personalization. Now, they're trying to make it a two-way dialogue. Obviously, it's not, but that's a good technique. And, paving the way for the holiday season. It's always good to have new releases and enhancements before the holidays. We're doing this on VBOUT. We are putting together a lot of themes and some new cool releases, which will be announced. And that's a great time to actually do, I would say, end-of-year releases or schedule them at least. All right, getting into the details here. The first CTA was not a button, which is maybe not their primary call to action at this point. Moving down to this, November highlight, and now they're starting with their releases. Engage customers without getting in the way using banners. So that's a new feature. Description and a CTA. The second is just an additional enhancement of how you can close conversations using rules, and a little description and a CTA. Similarly here, and finally on this option. Now, they are launching a webinar to announce those. We do this also on VBOUT. We do monthly meetings where we kind of announce the releases. It's pretty cool just to kind of show people how they could utilize these the best, and to put the commercial need for why you would use this to begin with, right? Because most of product decisions are usually based on real life needs from companies. The signature of the sender, and below they have some additional housekeeping stuff. Now, if you've gotten to this point, they're obviously doing third-party announcements and exposure with apps that integrate with them. So that's great. I really like that. And then they have also released this quarter just to kind of roll back time for things that they have released previously. Okay. Now, it is clipped. It's a very long message, as you can tell. By looking at the rest of the content, is primarily for that huge list of things. Now, ideally, if you can build the email so you don't have to clip it, the unsubscribe and the address are on the bottom. Very, very important. And overall, I think the structure is good, very consistent with their branding, by the way. Their CTAs are pretty weak, honestly. This underline, although it's clear, but I would have liked maybe a clearer CTA. Other than that, I think they did an amazing job being consistent with the brand and announcing those features the way they just did here. Now, digging in the background with the technology, they are sending it, I would assume from Intercom. Here we go. And looking at their signature as well, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC pass. That's great. IP is clean. I already checked, so I won't bore you with that. And yeah, everything seems to be done by the playbook expected from a company of this magnitude who is also doing email. Some takeaways: personalized subject line, and be clear of what am I expecting in the subject line. If I haven't put this, maybe I would think it's just updates on content. Send it from a person, a real person, not just generic sales or marketing at. Thin headers and consistent branding, tone, and look and feel. Stronger CTAs, and cut off your emails at a given time so you're not overstuffing it and it doesn't get concatenated or clipped. I'm sorry. This is it for this week. I would love for your feedback, comments, and if you follow us to get more weekly updates on Rip and Email Monday. Thank you so much.